Our learning intention for today is we are learning to retell a text. In today's lesson, your success criteria is I can sequence events in order using detail and vocabulary from the text. Hi children, welcome to another reading lesson. And today we are going to be looking at Grandma Z, but we're just going to be looking at the middle of the book. So how we can retell the middle of the book. What are some of the important things we need to know? All right, children, so we're going to jump right into the middle of the book. All right, so for the middle, we want to find out if there are any new characters. So just looking from this page, we can see that we have Grandma Z, who is bringing Albert to different places for his birthday. So I'm going to write down Albert's name and also Grandma Z. All right, let's see if they meet anyone else. They went hunting for dew of the sea, thunder plants, and dead man's bells. So where do you think they are? I see lots of plants. I think they might be in the forest because they're picking berries and different kinds of plants. There's even a pool here. I think it must be a forest. So I'm going to write forest. Now it's really important to note that even though they've not written that this is a forest, you can use the pictures to sort of infer where they are. All right, let's see where they go next. Next, they go to the Enchanted Rock. They climbed Enchanted Rock. So I'm going to write that down. Enchanted Rock. There we go. Where do they go to next? Oh yes, I remember this. At the curiosity shop, Mr. McQuillan showed Albert the dragon's tooth horn. Yep, I remember Albert looking at that dragon's tooth horn at the curiosity shop. So I'm going to write that down as well. Curiosity shop. Wonderful. Where else do they go? Ooh, yes, I remember this. They played in the Midnight Forest. How exciting. The Midnight Forest. All right. Where do they go next? Ooh. They went bird watching, where Albert spotted sandpipers on their way to Siberia. Now again, they don't tell you what the name of the location is, but from looking at the pictures, I can see that they're with the birds and they're up high. So they're flying in the sky. They're flying to Siberia. They're not quite there yet, but they're in the sky. So I wrote sky. All right. So next they headed to Siberia. Let's see what they do in Siberia. They built a palace with 24 bedrooms, 6 fountains, a jungle room, a planetarium, and a pastry chef. So they're in Siberia now and they built this beautiful palace. So I am going to write Siberia. That is where they built their palace. The king and queen of Ostanovia thought it was so impressive, they asked if they could stay for the summer. So I see 2 new characters, the king and queen. So I'm going to add that into the characters list. The king and the queen. There we go. Let's see where they go to next. They taught Icelandic courses how to can, rode the Big Dipper 7 times in a row, and discovered a new species of beetle. There's one more thing this day needs to be truly special. So this is one of the last places they visited. What do we call this place? That's right, boys and girls. It's a carnival. So I'm going to add carnival right here. Ooh, look at all the places they've been to. Let's look at the last one. Ooh, having a great big birthday party. Now they don't say the location again, and I'm going to leave this one up to your imagination. Well, they could have been at the carnival. They could have been at Grandma Z's house, but I'm going to leave that choice with you. Use your imagination. Now let's look at feelings. Look at Albert. He's wearing a big smile on his face, and he's got a birthday cake bigger than he is. I think he must be feeling really happy. What's another word for happy? You might say that he is overjoyed. Or even elated. Elated means very, very happy. All right. Now we've got to the middle. We're going to look at the time connectors. So what are some of the time connectors we can use so that we can link our story together? So I'm going to go through that. So some of the time connectors that you can use in the middle, I'm sure you use this one very often, is the word then. A lot of you like to say then. Now it's important not to use the same time connector all the time. So you don't want to say Albert went into the forest, then he went into the enchanted rock, then he went to the curiosity shop. You want to use different time connectors to link your sentences together. So you could also use the word next. You could also use the word afterwards. Or you could use the word later. Now remember, for your retelling, you want to talk about not only where they went, but what Albert and his grandmother did as well. And how did he feel? How did his feelings change? Remember at the start, he was feeling quite sad and disappointed. How has his feelings changed, and how have they changed? Remember to keep all those things in mind as well. Have fun, children.